No, anyway.
Speaking of auditions, should we watch our friend's effect that he made for
audition?
us? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to decide if he actually is our friend right now.
Let's do it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be introducing you to our good friend, Scotti P. We say friend, but we've never actually met Scott. He's just a regular supporter of our channels.
He's been really supportive.
Super supportive. And really, I actually think all my subscribers are my friends in a way. Like I like all of them. The people that comment on my videos and our Magic Guys videos are always super nice.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've had a single hater since I started doing this on.
And I think the ones that are really nice to you, they also jump across to my videos and
they're probably listening to this right now. So
yeah.
So firstly, to all of you guys, thank you. We love you. We actually love you very much. You guys are fantastic. We wish you nothing but the best. But this is Scotti P. You guys have probably seen him in the comments. He's sent us a 2-minute video.
Yeah. So last week, if you remember, we put out put out into the universe, send us your audio files of telling us what you're up to. And Scotty reached out and said, hey, can I show you a trick that I've been working on? You guys can give me feedback. So he even went to the effort of micing himself up and everything. So of course, if you're listening to this as a podcast, you'll still be able to hear what's going on, and we'll kind of say it back what kind of happened. But on YouTube, you're going to get the goods.
Now, truthfully, we'll probably post this as a separate clip as well. So this will be chopped. This will be chopped out and posted. Probably in my 365 challenge if I'm honest. I'd stick it in there. So anyway,
we've jacked him into this system, so you're going to hear straight what we're hearing. Jace has not seen this yet. I've watched it once through just to make sure there was nothing inappropriate.
I'm even going to. You can even see. I'm just going to film it on my phone. Okay. Send it to Josh so you can see it. That's all hooked into our sweet ass setup.
Yeah, look at that.
And there's Scotti P, the handsome fella. So
all right, here we go, Scotty.
The human brain uses fluid throughout the body and the skull to amplify its electrical signals in order to create movement. What I want to show you here is that same principle, but using ordinary items such as a pair of headphones and my morning coffee.
Good cards.
So typically, an electrical signal would go into the headphone jack. It would move through the wires and it would come out the other end as sound via a speaker.
This is a good premise.
But if we introduce liquid to the mix, can we actually change that output from sound to movement? Well, first we will need a value to input.
Just quickly, I do love the Foo Fighters t-shirt.
Beside me I have a deck of cards. And I'm just going to take one from the middle. In this case, it's the 8 of diamonds. And yes, for all those skeptics out there, it is an ordinary deck of cards.
Good, I was
and it's
wondering.
not
Memento
full of
Mori's.
the 8 of diamonds.
Good deck. I'm going to have to get me one of those.
So what would happen if I were to take my headphones, as tangled as they are, place one of them into my coffee. Yes, I just put my headphones in my coffee.
Genius.
And hold on to the 8 of diamonds and the jack of the headphones. If I simply say 8 of diamonds, did the fluid amplify that signal from sound and generate it into
boom
movement? And then we have the headphones shaped into the 8 of diamonds.
That's very clever.
Now, was that magic? Was that science? Was it a bit of both? I'll leave that for you to decide. My name's Scott Painter.
Good man.
And I bloody love magic.
I really like the sign off. Oh shit! No, you know something.
Thanks, Scotty. By the way,
First of all, yeah, hell yeah, thanks. Firstly, super creative. Is that because I know that. See, I'm not going to say what it is, but that way of doing it, is that on the market or not? Or like,
I don't think so. I'm gonna while we're talking, just bring up a message.
That's quite possibly a marketable effect.
Yeah.
If that's not been done before, it's quite clever. You're just checking. We're double checking.
Yeah. No, he said it's an original routine.
Dude, that's
Yeah, there you go. I got one I can probably film and get you, Brian.
All right, let's get honest with it for a hot minute. So, firstly, I think that the end effect is brilliant, very creative, and super great way to use that principle. I'm not going to say what it is because if you're a magician, you know, but it's fantastic, dude. Scotty, great job. But I'm going to be straight up with your performance
because the whole idea is to help Scotty, right?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of too much almost of setting up the premise, and because. I think you mentioned it almost 3 times that the fluid will amplify the signal, and you know what I mean. And by the end of it, I was like,
you want to be able to distill it down into just one sentence.
I think you could literally start the routine off with, I mean, definitely be yourself, but just try and condense it down a bit more. So you could literally let's say you were doing it for a live person, it'd be like, I want to show you guys a trick using something similar to the power of electrical signals from the brain creating movement. You'll see what I mean. Let's just do it, and hopefully it works. And then boom, have them pick the card. Boom, straight into it. You know, you can. It's definitely a funny moment when you're putting the headphones in the coffee. You're like, yes, I just destroyed my headphones, but it's going to be totally worth it. It's going to be totally worth it in a hot minute, unless this doesn't work, in which case it's not going to be worth it at all. Yeah. But there's a way to just turn it into less of I guess droning is probably the word. Less droning and more actual presentation. But
it was surprisingly clean. Obviously, Scotty worked on this. There was no over repeating of. I mean, obviously, except for saying the premise, but there wasn't lots of okay, I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to sit it down on the table. I'm going to, that's a thing that magicians get caught in.
What is it? Equivocate or whatever it's called.
Just over explaining.
Yeah, whatever.
Equivocate isn't it?
No. There's a word. There is a word for that. For that thing. But yeah, I agree. He didn't
What do you think about putting the headphones in the coffee? Is that a weird thing, or is it a good weird? Because that's
if that's the scenario, you have a coffee and that's. I mean, is it? I mean, it's going to be weird if you okay. So I don't want to give away the method.
No, we don't need to.
I'll just say
if we're brainstorming, does it need to go in the coffee, or could it be going into your hand, for example?
Well, for his premise of the liquid amplifying the signals, I guess the coffee makes sense. But but then again, you could do it with it doesn't work quite as well in the hands, but it does work pretty good if you get a lighter. But then how are you gonna work that into it? Also, I got a lighter.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, coffee's good. I just remember when I first watched it, I was like, oh, are you really going to ruin your headphones to show me an effect?
They were already ruined, let's be honest.
That's true. But then when I saw the ending, I was like, okay, that was why you did that. That was...
I think that the payout justifies the means for sure. I think the trick was quite good. It's very creative.
Yeah.
I like it. Send me those headphones, bro. I want to use them in my 365 project.
I mean, technically, this video could just be him featuring your day.
Yeah, true. That's right. Yeah, it definitely could be, actually. Good idea.
Thanks, Scotty, for your...
well, you can message me and let me know if it's all good if I feature you on the 365 because I like that. It's really creative.
Yeah.
So my favorite part of that whole routine though is the sign off. I'm Scotty, and I love magic.
And I bloody love magic.
I love it. Is he Australian?
I think so.
Has to be same bloody.
So I hope that made sense to people who were just listening to this because we didn't really synopsisize the effect, but it was a good effect.
All right. So basically, what happened for those of you that don't know, I mean Scotty kind of explained it anyway, but. Basically, he has a random card selected, and then using the headphones, they form a solid shape of the predicted card. So it said the headphones formed a shape of 8 of diamonds, and this is without him handling them. So obviously you could take headphones and shape them like that, but he didn't handle them. He dunked them in the coffee, pulled them back out, and it said 8 of diamonds. So it's quite magical.
Well done, Scotty. That was great, man.